Legends and Legacies, Alabama's Namesakes, the stories behind Clark and Monroe Counties, Alabama. Alabama's counties are more than lines on a map. They are living testaments to the individuals who shaped history, the lands that saw triumph and struggle, and the legacies that endure. Today we focus on two storied counties, Clark County and Monroe County. These lands hold the echoes of pioneers, the battles of war, the movements of change, and the figures who lent their names to the enduring foundations. To understand a place, we must first understand its origins. Who were the people behind these names? What did they contribute to their time? And how did their legacies still shape the Alabama we know today? Part 1. Clark County. Clark County, Alabama bears the name of John Clark, a soldier, statesman, and leader whose influence stretched beyond his own time. Clark was a governor of Georgia, known for his efforts in state development and his military service in the early battles that shaped the frontier. His legacy carries the weight of leadership and determination, qualities that mirrored the resilience of the settlers who carved Clark County out of the Alabama wilderness. Originally inhabited by the Choctaw and Creek tribes, Clark County became a site of cultural transition as settlers moved in. The territorial fights between Native American groups and incoming European pioneers shaped the identity of this rugged land. The Mississippi Territory governed it until Alabama achieved statehood, and Clark became a stronghold for agriculture, industry, and frontier defense. Clark County holds within its borders stories of war, struggle, and eventual prosperity. And so we ask, what makes Clark County significant beyond the name it carries? Clark County is deeply tied to the War of 1812 and the Creek War. The region became a battleground, a site where settlers fortified themselves against the conflicts that raged across the territory. The Fort Sinquefield attack of 1813 remains one of the most horrifying moments in Alabama history, when Creek warriors launched a surprise raid against settlers, forcing them to fight for their own survival. Beyond war, Clark County grew as a center of commerce. Timber became one of its most defining industries, supplying wood for construction and fueling economic growth. The development of Jackson, the county's largest city, reinforced Clark's role in trade and industry. Through these legacies, both of battle and building, Clark County remains a pillar of Alabama's past, a place where history was forged in the fire of struggle and progress. Part 2. Monroe County. Named after James Monroe, the 5th President of the United States. Monroe County stands as a tribute to a leader who shaped America's expansion and political identity. Monroe's legacy is tied to the Monroe Doctrine, a defining principle of the U.S. foreign policy that asserted the nation's role in resisting European influence in the Western Hemisphere. Monroe County, established in 1815, was a frontier land settled by pioneers who saw opportunity along the Alabama River. The county was initially part of the vast Creek territories, and tensions between settlers and indigenous groups defined its early years. The development of Claiborne, one of the earliest settlements in the region, transformed Monroe into a hub of trade and cultural exchange. Claiborne became a key point of commerce, welcoming merchants, settlers, and government officials who shaped Alabama's early infrastructure. Monroe County is best known for one of its most famous literary figures, Harper Lee, the celebrated author of To Kill a Mockingbird. The novel, set in the fictional town of Macomb, was heavily inspired by Lee's hometown of Monroeville, earning the county the title of Literary Capital of Alabama. But Monroe County's influence goes beyond literature. It played a crucial role in Alabama's early agricultural economy, relying on cotton plantations and on river transportation to sustain its development. The rise of the timber industry further solidified Monroe's place in state commerce, making Monroeville a central point of industry. From presidential influence to literary brilliance, Monroe County stands as a region rich with cultural significance, shaping Alabama's identity through politics, economy, and art. So what makes a place memorable? Is it the name it carries, the battles fought, the ideas that originated there? Clark County and Monroe County answered this question in different but equally powerful ways. Clark County represents resilience, the courage of settlers, the sacrifice of soldiers, the determination of builders. From Fort Sinquefield to Jackson's rise as a trade center, its history is written in perseverance. Monroe County reflects influence, the political legacy of James Monroe, the literary genius of Harper Lee, the deep cultural roots that continue to shape Alabama's story. Each county stands as more than a name. They are living histories woven into Alabama's past and future. As we explore our state's counties, let us remember that namesakes are not just titles. They are testaments to identity, legacies that continue to inspire, and reminders that history lives in the place we call home. Join us next time as we cover Choctaw and Sumter counties. Have a great day, guys.